Hey, where's the rage? That's right. ¿Dónde está el coraje? Yeah, this is Where's the Rage again. Been a while. I've been busy. So, what's the topic? There's lots of topics. Hey, Ebola, 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 Ebola. Have you had enough Ebola? Ebola cereal? Ebola crunch bars. Hey, I just named my daughter Ebola. Yes, Ebola is coming out of the bambola. I've heard so much about Ebola, you would think everyone's dead. So far, we've had one casualty, one fatality to Ebola. Some people have been infected. They're watching them. Others are in quarantine. But there is no Ebola, whatever the media wants to scare you into. I guess they're selling more hand sanitizers, whatever, but there is no Ebola, whatever. So the problem is in Africa, breaks my heart. Nigeria, though, has been able to contain it, supposedly. The Nigerians who have problems with oil, problems with corruption, and problems with extremists in the north were able to be successful when it came to Ebola. Thank goodness. And so the Ebola saga keeps, they follow the ambulance. The girl has come out of the ambulance. Oh my God, there's a man approaching her now. She's on her iPad in her room. Oh, they moved her from fair to good, or from good to fair. Please, this is so over the top. OTT. That is, it's what our television news has become. So many problems in the world, and we just can't let go of Ebola because it does ratings. People tune in. So if people tune in into juggling cats, that's all we'd be watching is meow, 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 meow. And on channel 4, meow, meow, meow. Channel 6, meow, meow, meow. People just can't stop watching those cats being juggled. Well, well, well. Yes. So my whole thing on it is chill out. There is no, and don't panic. Okay. Magic word. Washington. Oh, that Maryville Pilchuck High School. About 30 miles or 60 miles, 30 miles north of Seattle. That boy came in with a Beretta and boom, boom, boom. So far, there's 3 dead, if you include the young man who took his life by putting the gun to his head and pulling the trigger. He was really popular, which was the really crazy thing. He was so popular in school. Very much liked, very much loved. Loved fishing, loved outdoors, played sports. But his Twitter feed had his dark side. And he was struggling. And now all that tragedy. We have chosen as a nation to be an armed society. So we're just going to have to get used to this. We can't, this ain't Minority Report. If you ever saw the movie where you could see it happen before it happens, so you go and, we always catch them after. 99% of the times it's after the event, the tragedy, and the innocent. So a lot of the things that people want to do to stop this, it seems the majority does not. So it is what it is. And moving to baseball now. Boy, those Royals, 3-1 is the series. I love underdogs, and they're underdogs, and they got to win tonight. Oh yeah, baby. Remember, I don't know how old you guys are, but I remember I was a teenager and I saw that, was it the Cardinals and the Detroit Tigers? Bob Gibson, Lolich, that came back from 3-1 or 3-0, whatever, and they came and took it. The Tigers took it. One of those. I was rooting for the Cardinals. I love Bob Gibson, the pitcher, and he pitched a couple of those games. So. Baseball is an amazing game. God bless America. And I'm rooting for the Royals. Underdog, yes. I want the underdogs to beat those Giants. I will crush those Giants. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see tonight. And in other news, ISIS. We keep bombing them. They keep crawling back. Hey, black flag. They keep coming back. Yeah. The problem I got with ISIS is like the problem we got with Ebola. You know, everyone's jumping on it, but I remember AIDS, and I remember how people were dropping with AIDS everywhere, and it was contagious, and no one cared. Hello? They died by the thousands. It wasn't until the moral, ethical things of who was getting it and why they were getting it, you know, it was divine punishment. You spread into the divine that it's, you know, people start getting serious about it and try to find a thing to stop it. And today we have lots of people who are alive and living healthy lives carrying the virus. So, you know, so on the whole thing of Ebola, we're so worried. You know, I remember the other one that killed thousands of Americans, thousands, like in Africa, and no one really, the people with the power to stop it weren't interested until later. So, and my problem with ISIS is basically this thing that we're so obsessed with ISIS, you know, and yes, they've killed some Americans in a horrific way to, of course, you know, horror impact on those watching. But most of the countries that are surrounded by this ISIS thing are not really as involved as they should be. It looks like we're the ones, you know, yeah, the Iraqis are guilty of activating ISIS, according to me. If the Iraqis would have been more inclusive in a government, it took us 10 years to form, an army that took us 10 years to build, and they ran. Hey. So, you know, watching the Turks there on the border, just watching Kobani fall. Wow, dude, this is ISIS. You could hit them with a rock from here. I don't think so. So that's what shocks me, that the people in the region aren't really carrying their weight. So it seems they don't care. So why are we so on ISIS? Don't know. What else in the news? Trying to think. Lots of things in the news, you know. Everybody's a Newsday. That's where we come, Where's the Rage, to try to look at it from a more, let's not scare you. ISIS is not coming. Ebola is not rampant and killing thousands of people. Run, run. And those Kansas City Royals still got a good shot at it. Let those 3-1 games, you know, scenario. We're Americans and we love the underdogs. And then my Jets in football, sad. Giants, So, but some teams are doing really, really well. Even the Jacksonville Jaguars, I think they have the same record as New York. So, New York, don't know what you're doing with your money. So, FirstCoast.tv is going live October 31st. That's right, FirstCoast.tv. We talked about that a while ago. They're going live October 31st. www.firstcoast.tv. Lots of cool stuff. Gotta go. We're inviting bloggers. Ba-ba-boom, ba-boom. You can always go. If you have any questions about FirstCoast.tv, or if you have any comment about what's said here and Where's the Rage, because I do get those comments. Where's the Rage at FirstCoast.tv? Hit it. Send me a comment. Got a question. So, love you all. Have a lovely day. And keep that rage coming.